Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Sleepy Bull, and this is another episode of Wave Watch. Tonight, we will be doing Ethereum. And this is the total Ether Elliott wave count. I'll be going over where I believe Ether is going, and I'll be showing you guys the bullish count as well as the bearish count. Let's begin. Ethereum has been in a very tricky Elliott wave cycle, I would like to say. First of all, it's a little hard to decipher, at least in this part of the cycle, so bear with me as I go through it, because we can read it as two different options. So I guess I'll leave it to the audience to decide, whether we are bullish or bearish, but I will present the evidence as shown, both a bull count and a bear count. Let's begin. Cycle degree wave 1. This is cycle degree. This was the first cycle, which from ICO inception to 2018, that was the big enchilada. Cycle degree wave 2, and of course this is 4 waves. 5 waves, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third degree wave being the longest, of course, as always. Let's just make sure that's correct. And there you have it. Third degree is the longest, and then there's the 5th wave. Of course, it must meet the 618 extension. Let's do that as well. And it exceeds. And so, cycle degree wave 1. We have a W. Well, this is actually A, B, C wave down. Classic normal wave 2. It terminates at the 1272 extension. And then we begin with a this should be primary degree. These intermediary degrees, but I'll change that a little later. Well, I guess not, just because I have these as let me see, this is, okay, that's fine. I'm not sure why that's there, so there we go, we'll move that there. But nonetheless, we have a cycle degree wave 1. I mean a primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice that again, the third wave is the largest, and also it's extended. Of course, the third wave, if we zoom in here, let me put this on the weekly. This is the moment of contestation. This is where we begin to debate. I say this here is an extended third wave. And the wave that is extended is not the third wave's third wave, but the third wave's 5th wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in order to decipher that, we do the extension test. And by that, I mean we take the 4 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we plot this against the 5th wave, or the extended wave. The extended wave must equal 1618 of the last 4 waves, or the length of the, I guess 1, 2, 3 waves. Excuse me here. And so there we come to our conclusion of an extended 5th wave, within the third wave of primary degree. And here's the extended wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, we achieved support in this fourth wave ABC retracement for the fifth wave. Now notice here on primary degree, wave 2, we have alternation with wave 4. Primary degree wave 4 up to the 618. This is what we want to see. This is extremely likely, and so very, very high degree of certainty that this is wave 2 and this is wave 4 for a wave 5 here, showing exhaustion. Now this means that this is cycle degree. This is primary. This has to be cycle, but of course that can't be. So let's bump this up to super cycle, and I'll make this cycle degree. Excuse me. Just for now. Okay. A cycle degree of wave 1. And yeah, this was a cycle, to be quite honest. So this is perfect. So this is cycle degree wave 1. Now the question is this wave down, wave up finished? Is this WXY 1, 2, 1, 2? That's the question. In order to answer that question, will we continue higher or will we drop? In order to answer that question, you have to answer the following question. What wave is this? Well, this is a wave 1 of wave 3. So you come to two conclusions. Conclusion number 1 is wave 1 of wave 3, or just wave 1s in general, always terminate at the 236 level. Not always, but they're usually sharp. They're not sideways. They're usually drop really fast, really sharp, or they just come to this 236 Fibonacci retracement. And 2 is, what are we doing with this extended wave? What are the characteristics of this extended wave 3? Now, according to Elliott, wave 3s always, or not waves 3, extended waves always have retracements back to the base of wave 3 with 4, especially when they're extended fifths. I mean, extended fifth waves always have a retracement of the price back to the wave 3 and wave 4. Not always, but most likely, more likely than not. And so we have 2 criteria that brings us to believe that we will come down to this area. Either this area or this area, but we'll say this area because this is, and actually we have 3 criteria. The third being, one second. If this is a wave 2 down in 3 fashion, wave 2 up in 3 fashion, we should see a wave 3 down in 3 fashion again. And so if we do have a drop, you know, to be even, we'll be at 1. Extended 1272. Worst case 1618. But I really highly doubt that will happen. I normally like to just go to 1. That's high probability, so I'll do that. Again, that's worst case. This area is fine for extended fifth waves. In actuality, it's more likely this case, yeah. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Sharp wave 2 down. Now the only concern I have is, why is this in 3, 3, and 3 down? It should, if anything, be 3 and then continue upwards. And so that's the only confusion I would say I have there. So in any event, I'll leave that to be the bear count. The bull count now is written further here. Yes, this is still a 5th wave extension with basing around wave 4 of the extension. Right. Now we have WXY down 1, 2 for what this is degree. This should be primary. Degree 1, 1, 2. This is intermediate degree of primary degree wave 3. And this is intermediate degree wave 3. So we're looking at a target for Ethereum of 3403, which we have already hit and which we discussed in my prior video. So it looks like the bullish count is on target here for Ethereum to continue. Excuse this mess here. For Ethereum to continue, we should expect a retracement on the bullish count to that was a sharp. We're expecting a sideways correction as always featured on waves 4, and a drop to the 33, 34, which in actuality we hit the 29, 36 level, or almost hit it. Actually, no, we just about did, yeah, perfectly. So it looks like these corrections are just about even, which I stated before is not something that we like to see. It's not something that it's favorable. So usually when that happens, it's my understanding that usually that indicates there's more downside to go until you hit consolidation. So I expect a drop. I could be wrong because this is, wave theory. Let me just put this as yellow. Okay, here we go. We could expect a drop down to about 2386 and still be bullish for Ethereum before resuming the uptrend. The primary wave 3 target is 3284. So we hit 2 primary targets, so that means this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 primary, intermediate primary 3. So we hit that target already, and as you can see, the retracement could be anywhere from what I stated down here, 2129 or 2728. Now it looks like, because it could be the primary alternation instead of the intermediate alternation that will come into play. So that's the intermediary that you're looking for, between 2778 and somewhere down here. Wave 4. Wave 5 now is extension of wave 4, or we see a favorable condition. Let's do worst case scenario. We're looking at $5,000 ether.